Hi YouTube, this is Shell with Shelby's Knickknacks, here bringing you another crochet tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be continuing on with my letter bobble stitch series. Today we'll be crocheting the letter G, so stay tuned and I'll show you how to complete that. Start with the materials. You'll need a yarn needle, scissors, 6mm crochet hook, and a yarn of your choice. In this one I'm using Red Heart Super Saver, size 4 yarn in the color Orchid. First, we're going to start out by making the first 3 rows. I have attached my video in the link description box below on how to complete those first 3 rows, and I've already started here with my first 6 single crochet for this project. Hopefully you're able to see this. So basically we're going to do those first 6 single crochet. We're going to bobble stitch into the 7th, single crochet in between, bobble stitch in the 9th, single crochet in between, bobble stitch in the 11th, and then single crochet in those last 6 stitches. So let's get started. So again, I've already started on those first 3 rows, and this is row number 4. I've done my first 6 single crochet, and I'm about to yarn over and bobble into that 7th stitch. And if you would like to know how to bobble stitch, I put a link down in the description box below on how to do that, just in case if you aren't able to correctly see this, or excuse me, to clearly see this in this video. And we'll go on, and we need 5 on that hook, and we have our 5. Now we yarn over and pull through all 5 loops, and we're going to single crochet in the next stitch, and now we're going to bobble stitch into that 9th single crochet space, and we'll just keep yarning over and pulling through those first 2 loops only until we have 5 on that hook. Okay, have 4. We need to do that one more time. Pull 2, we have 5. Now we pull through all 5 loops, and we're going to single crochet in the next stitch. And now we're going to yarn over, and we're going to bobble into that 11th stitch, or single crochet space. I'm having difficulty here. Okay. And I'm just going to keep yarning over and pulling through those first 2 loops until I have 5 loops on my hook. One more time. Now yarn over, and I pull through all 5 loops. Oops, lost it. Okay, got it through all 5 loops. And now we're going to single crochet into those last 6 stitches. You're going to chain 1, turn your work. The chain 1 does not count as a stitch. And then you're going to single crochet across row 5, and then you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and I'll meet you back at row 6. This is what my work looks like so far. I've already chained 1, turned my work, and I've done the first 5 single crochets in row 6. So again, we're going to do these first 6 single crochet. Excuse me, first 5 single crochet. We're going to bobble stitch into that 6th single crochet space, single crochet into the next 5 stitches, bobble stitch into that 12th stitch, and then you're going to single crochet in those last 5. Okay, so I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to bobble stitch. I'm going to bobble stitch into that 6th single crochet space, and just keep yarning over and pulling through the first 2 again until you have 5 loops on your hook. That's 3. Pull through the first 2, I have 4. Do it one more time. Yarn. First 2, have 5. Now yarn over and pull through all 5. Now I'm going to single crochet into the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we're going to bobble stitch into that 12th single crochet space, and just remember, keep yarning over and pulling through the first 2 loops only until you have 5 on your hook. One more time. Yarn over, pull through all 5 loops. Okay, and now we're going to single crochet into those last 5 stitches, chain 1, turn your work. You're going to single crochet across row 7, chain 1, turn your work, and I'll meet you back at row 8. This is what my work looks like so far. I've already chained 1, turned my work, and I've done my first 5 single crochet. And now we're here. We're going to single crochet into the first 5 stitches, bobble stitch into the 6th, single crochet into the next 3, bobble stitch into the 10th, single crochet in between, bobble stitch into the 12th, and then single crochet in those last 5 single crochet spaces. Okay, I'm going to yarn over, bobble stitch into the 6th space, keep yarning over and pulling through the first 2 loops only until you get to 5 on your hook. And if I'm going a little too quickly, you can always pause the video until you're able to catch up and then restart. Pull through all 5, and now I'm going to single crochet into the next 3 spaces. 1, 2, and 3. Bobble stitch into that 10th space, yarning over, pulling through the first 2 loops only, yarn over, pull through the first 2, one more time, yarn over, pull through all 5 loops, single crochet into the next space. Now we're going to bobble stitch into that 12th stitch. Okay, one more time. Pull through all 5 loops. And now you're going to single crochet into those last 5 stitches, chain 1, turn your work, and then you're going to single crochet all the way across row 9, chain 1, turn your work, and I'll meet you back at row 10. This is what my work looks like so far. I've already chained 1 and turned my work. I've already done the first 5 single crochet, and now we're here at row 10. We're going to single crochet into the first 5 stitches, bobble stitch into the 6th, and then single crochet in those last 11 stitches. And then we're going to chain 1, turn our work, single crochet all the way across row 11, and then chain 1, turn your work, and you're going to do the same exact pattern for row 12. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to yarn over, insert into that 6th single crochet space, and do our bobble stitch. Keep yarning over and pulling through the first 2 loops only until you have 5 on your hook. One more time, yarn over, pull through those first 2 loops, have 5, yarn over and pull through all 5. So that's the only bobble stitch in row 10. You're going to single crochet into those last 11, chain 1, turn your work, single crochet all the way across row 11, chain 1, turn your work, and in row 12 you're going to do the exact same thing here in row 10. You're going to single crochet into those first 5, bobble stitch into that 6th stitch, and single crochet into those last 11 stitches. You're going to chain 1, turn your work, single crochet across row 13, chain 1, turn your work, and I'll meet you back at row 14. So this is what my work looks like so far. I've already done rows 10 through 13. I've already chained 1 and turned my work at the start of row 14. I've done my first 5 single crochet. And in here we're going to do our first 5 single crochet, bobble stitch into the 6th stitch, single crochet into the next 5 stitches, bobble stitch until the 12th stitch, and then single crochet into those last 5 stitches. Okay, I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to bobble stitch into that 6th space, pulling through the first 2 loops only until I reach my 5 on my hook. 3, 4 on there. Need to do it one more time. Pull through those first 2 loops. I'll yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. And now I'm going to single crochet into the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Messed up there. 4 and 5. And now I'm going to yarn over and bobble stitch into that 12 single crochet space until I have 5 on my hook. Four. Do it one more time. Okay, yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. And now you're going to single crochet into those last 5 stitches, chain 1, turn your work, single crochet all the way across row 15, chain 1, turn your work, and I'll meet you back at row 16, that final bobble stitch row. So this is what my work looks like so far. I've already chained 1, turned my work, and I've done my first 6 single crochet in row 16. So on row 16, we're going to single crochet into the first 6, bobble stitch into the 7th, single crochet in the between, bobble stitch in the 9th, single crochet in between, and then bobble stitch in the 11th stitch, and then single crochet in those last 6 stitches. I'm going to yarn over and then start my first bobble stitch on this row in that 7th single crochet space, and keep yarning over and pulling through those first 2 loops until I have 5 on my hook. Yarn over, pull through all 5 loops, and I'm going to single crochet into that next space, bobble stitch to the next, which is the 9th space. Keep yarning over, pulling through those first 2 loops every time until we have our 5. Pull through all 5 loops, single crochet in between, and then bobble stitch into the 11th stitch, and this is our last and final bobble stitch of this row. Messed up here. Okay, 3 on my hook, 4 on my hook, one more time. Now we yarn over and pull through all 5 loops, and now you're going to end up single crocheting into those last 6 stitches, chain 1, turn your work. And for rows 17 through 19, you're just going to single crochet your way across, and I'll meet you back at the end of row 19. Okay, I'm on my final stitch in row 19. Single crochet, and at this point, you would just chain 1, cut your yarn, and pull it straight through, and that would seal it up. But as I've shown you in previous videos, which I did put in the link box below, that is what you do in order to finish this project. But that's essentially it. The letter G. Well, that concludes this crochet tutorial. Hopefully you were able to follow along and to complete your letter G, and hopefully it turned out just as nice as this one. Hopefully you're able to finally see that. Sorry for the camera today. I'm not sure what went on, but that's literally it. And in the meantime, I'm Shell with Shelby's Knickknacks, and I'll be seeing you soon.